Hi, Colette Florido with CRW Network and The Bud Show. I am here live tonight in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Women Empowered in Cannabis, and I am here with another amazing woman. I get to hold up the book that Ms. Anna Mae Mead has written. You've got to hear her story. Anna Mae, is it Anna Mae or Anna?
Anna.
Okay. So Anna, tell us a little bit more about who you are, what brought you here, how did you get into this?
My sister has metastatic breast cancer, and she needed help managing pain and getting sleep to recover from 2 major surgeries. And so, she was a foodie and eating very clean and natural and didn't want opioids and NSAIDs and wanted some alternative.
Right.
She turned to her millennial son and said, "Hey, what about marijuana?" And so he introduced her and they had a conversation. She's like, "I need a coach. This is confusing."
Right.
And and I'm like, "Oh, hi, by the way, I'm a stoner."
Yeah. We always talk about how you come out to your family and, it's important to share this information.
Well, and once your sister plays the cancer card, hey, we're going out back for a bong before bed, and it's
now it's time to medicate. Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a conversation that comes up more than I think people realize. Just first of all, saying I use it. I don't know if you knew this, but my whole life I've been using it. You kind of have to tell people, and then when you finally come out, either first of all they go, "Me too," or it's all very new, and that's the other side of it. That's where this book came in. So you created this book to help people like your sister.
Yeah, I created this book to empower people to make good decisions on whether or not cannabis can help them.
Right.
Because there's so much to know. I mean, you have a system in your body that uses this plant. So I start with parts of the plant. Look, trichomes. Yeah. And then I go on to talk about all the different things that you need to know: terpenes, CBD, THC, how to roll a joint, how to clean your bong, how to dose your edibles.
Yes.
And
read that before you try them.
Exactly. But I include stories of my friends who overcame traumatic brain injury and withdrawal from opioids and a broken foot, a broken ankle with edibles.
Right.
And
not opioids.
Yes, and in Cape Cod, there was actually a documentary film on the opioid crisis. Mm-hmm. And so that's very real.
Yeah.
And one of the statistics is in states where it's legal, 22% fewer opioid deaths.
Yes.
We're saving lives.
Yes. That story that you mentioned from Cape Cod, I could have inserted about a half a dozen cities where I've seen the same thing being covered because it is a national epidemic. And yet these states where it's become adult use and medically available to patients as a treatment option, it's significantly making an impact. And yet we still have the need for a book like this to start at the very beginning, because we're all trying to get this information. Somebody described it yesterday, and I thought that was a brilliant analogy. It's like we have so much we need to learn that you're taking it in like drinking from a fire hose. Yes. So this book breaks that down. And I want you to see how thin this book is, because when you look at the amount of information that's out there and you go searching, because this is what I did when I first started, I had to research. At the time there were a few white papers, and then all of a sudden it was like the floodgates opened. Oh. And you went from a few white papers to thousands of websites and documents. Sarah narrowed it down for us into something a little bit more bite-sized and starter friendly.
Oh yeah.
Great idea.
Thank you. I mean, this book is for the beginner. Mm-hmm. It's very popular. Canna-Care nurses love it.
Yes.
They give it to all their patients. Their patients have an introduction. They have the language that they can use. They have the questions that they can ask. They have things to think about.
Right.
Of how and why they might want to use this to help them or their family or often women are the caregivers for both the younger and the older. So we're right here managing our own stress and issues.
What do I always say in the not only the sandwich generation, the panini press? You're making decisions for yourself. You're making decisions for people, your children, moms and dads, grandparents. You're really involved in that, and you need to start at the beginning.
Yeah, it's for caregivers and for all of us.
All ages. And so, how much does this book cost?
Okay, I retail. Okay, it's available on Barnes and Noble and Amazon and all the big box stores for $14.95. I sell it off my website for $10.
Yay! How about supporting a small business-minded person with big ideas? I love this. This is a great holiday gift idea. You could get this done and send one. Just send it right to them. Put it on the card. You don't have to wrap it. Have it shipped right from her, and help get more knowledge out to your own family. I promise this will be the conversation starter this holiday. This is the way to do it. You want to learn more about it, more conversations about how you can talk about it. Go to CRW Network. Go to the Bud Show, listen in on all the Canna conversations that are happening, and start the conversations, and then make sure that they get Anna's book. I'm sorry, called you Sarah earlier. I'm so sorry. Anna's book, she made it easy for you. Look, the pictures in here, it's going to be easy to read. I promise you, it's worth it. Go and get this book. One more time, where are they going to find you to get it from you directly?
What's the .buzz?
Okay, what's the .buzz? Beautiful. I love it. Anna, thank you so much for joining us today. Great information. We look forward to seeing more information come out from you. This is Colette Florido with CRW Network and The Bud Show.